deserted barn a day's ride east of Tombstone, Arizona Territory. The morning of October 9, 1887. The Markham brothers, vicious by nature, fast with their guns, and true to the Western code of an eye for an eye.
Come on, wake up. We've got a long way to ride.
I'm getting some sleep. All right. Why can't we hold up here?
We got to be in Tombstone tomorrow morning. We're going to be there when Mr. Frank Leslie steps off of that stage. I've been waiting a long time for this.
Well, we couldn't have gunned him when he was in the pen.
Not we, Hank. This'll be my pleasure.
Well, why do we have to kill ourselves to get there?
We've been waiting 5 years. One more day ain't gonna hurt us.
Are you forgetting there'd be 5 of us instead of 4 if Leslie hadn't gunned down Steve?
I ain't forgetting nothing.
All right. And I'm not letting Mr. Leslie forget it either.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
October 10, 1887.
Morning, Harris.
Frank Leslie comes in on the afternoon stage today.
You want an orange?
Well, haven't you something to say about Leslie?
Guaranteed fresh from Sonora.
It isn't every afternoon we get a paroled gunman back in town.
Look, Harris. If Frank Leslie minds his own business and sticks to the terms of his parole, that's good enough for me.
Well, maybe he will. 5 years in Yuma can do something to a man.
We'll see.
He owes it to Doris Markham. If she hadn't pulled important wires, he'd be doing another 10 years.
Yeah, Doris Markham's sure one strong-minded woman.
She sure is. And trouble with Leslie would mean trouble with her. The Maison Dorée, one of Tombstone's more luxurious restaurants. Clay Hollister was a regular patron, but this visit was personal, urgent.
Morning, Miss Markham.
Oh, Sherry.
Mind if I join you?
Please.
Oh, nothing, Louis, thank you. But I will be open for dinner. Your French cuisine's become a weekly must for the editor and me.
Thank you. I try to make the menu of the Maison Dorée a little different.
You've made it quite famous since your husband's death.
You want to talk about Frank, I suppose.
Just don't want any trouble.
You don't think we do? Now, look. All Frank wants is to be left alone. He told me the last time we talked.
A man behind bars will say a lot of things.
Well, Frank meant it. The only reason he's coming back to Tombstone is because of me. We're going to be married.
What's Frank going to do when he hears that old story about how he gunned down your husband?
5 years is a long time. People forget.
You're expecting an awful lot, Mrs. Markham. The whole territory knows that story.
Steve was no good. He had it coming. He forced it. I was there.
But the court found Frank guilty.
I know I was the only witness. And a wife isn't allowed to testify against her husband.
Well, it's all in the past now.
All we want is to be left alone.
As far as I'm concerned, you will be. But I'll drop over this afternoon and have a talk with Frank anyway.
You don't have to worry about him.
That's good. Because, you know, the first sign of trouble and back he goes for another 10 years.
High noon saw Laredo and his brothers ride into Tombstone, a few hours before the stage from Tucson was due.
Hard case is all right.
No law says they can't ride through, though. See how they add up.
Right.
Barkeep says that stage will be in about 3 o'clock. Slip, you go down and check on it. All right, deal him, Hank.
Cut.
You're a little bit jumpy, aren't you, kid?
You got no call to grab a man by surprise.
Looks to me like you're still sprouting.
I've sprouted enough to handle a gun.
Not in Tombstone.
Hold it. You wouldn't be aiming to shoot a man in the back, would you?
Now, we're not looking for any trouble with you, Sheriff.
Well, that's nice, because we don't want any trouble either. Since you seem to be talking for your boys, I'll give you a word of warning, though.
I'm listening.
Keep your guns holstered until you clear town.
And suppose our business calls for other plans.
Well, maybe you better change your plans, then.
Boy, I'd like to.
Slip. Now, take it easy, kid. We've got more important things to do. Now, you go on down and check that stage. Go on.
I don't like it, Laredo. That Johnny Law's no one to fool around with.
Look, we came here to do a job.
Be easier tonight. Leslie never know what hit him.
Sandy, that's just it. I want him to know. I want him looking right down at the point of my gun. So no back shooting now, understand?
Sure, Laredo, sure.
Where are you going to nail him, Laredo? Stage station?
No. Now, where do you suppose would be the first place that he'd go, huh? The Maison. And we'll gun him right there in front of his lady friend. Steve would have liked that, Hank.
Yeah. Doris will be a little surprised meeting families you never saw before.
The stage from Tucson rolled in on time. The man who had been known as the fastest gun in the territory stepped off. Buckskin Frank Leslie.
Gonna have a talk with Frank?
Later. There's a time and a place for everything.
We got her all nervous. She's pretty, too.
Keep your mind on what we're here for.
It's so wonderful to have you here. Mary, this is...
Come right in, Mr. Leslie. Step aside, Doris. What's the matter, Doris? Didn't Steve tell you about us? His brothers? They call me Laredo. This is Hank. Sandy. It's our little brother, Slip. Now, you stand aside, Doris. My business is with Mr. Leslie.
Sorry I can't accommodate you, Laredo. I've no gun.
You can't talk your way out of this, Leslie. Now you pick it up. Go on. Let's see if you're really as fast as they say you are.
I won't do it, Laredo.
Don't tell me Yuma Prison's knocked the man out of you.
Hold it! I warned you about trouble.
We haven't been any laws yet. But I'll finish this when he's man enough to carry a gun.
Frank. Anything starts, I'll finish it. Now, you got until sundown to clear town. All of you. Why don't you give that kid a chance to grow up?
Like I said, Sheriff, we got business.
Well, like I said, sundown.
We ain't gonna do what that sheriff says.
Not unless we finish our business first.
Yeah, well, y'all can have Leslie. All of you. I want that sheriff. He's been riding me ever since we rode in.
Hollister's got a tough reputation, Slip.
Yeah. Well, it won't hurt none for me to be worried.
Got to reply to your wire. No, thank you.
Secret?
No. Just that the Markham brothers have quite a reputation. None of it good. But no charges that could stick.
I'll be making the rounds. Clay, why don't you deputize his posse? That Sandy isn't a front shooter like the other three. You need a ring of men all around you.
There's I'm getting paid to do a job. Keeping peace is part of it.
Well, if they're still in town at sundown, would you call what's going to happen peace?
No, I guess not.
And what about Leslie?
Just hope for his sake he doesn't pack a gun. Breaking his parole.
In his position, you think he'd go looking for trouble?
Well, he doesn't have to look for it. It comes looking for him. Miss Markham, Frank, what do we owe you?
This one's on the house, Sheriff. And thank you for your help this afternoon.
Well, thank you.
Hollister, I don't need anyone to do my fighting for me. I'd like to be able to protect myself. And I can't see myself as a corpse. Doris, you've got to understand. We can't have any peace or life of our own until this is settled. One way or another. I've got to draw a hand.
But Frank, your parole, it might mean another 10 years.
Man's got a right to sit in his own game.
I'll talk to Laredo. I'll make him see Steve wasn't worth fighting about.
Look, honey, Yuma hasn't changed me that much. I'm not going to hide behind a woman's skirts. Or a sheriff's gun.
The evening of October 10, 1887. Sundown and showdown.
Everything's still quiet.
How about the Markhams?
Still making big talk at the palace.
Of course.
Frank's on his way to the Crystal Palace. You've got
Is
to
he
go down
wearing
and
a gun?
stop it. I don't know.
Well, you carrying a gun?
I want to talk to you, private.
There's only one kind of talk I'm aiming to do.
Over a brother that wasn't worth it? Get smart, the whole bunch of you.
We're wasting a lot of time, Leslie. Now, what do I have to do to make you draw? Catch you dealing from the bottom like my brother did?
You got the stories mixed, Laredo. Your brother was doing the cheating.
Got you again. You're sure lucky it wasn't murder. You got 30 more minutes before dark. Won't be any talk after that. What kind of a fool trick was that? You trying to get yourself killed?
You had my word about no guns. Just thought I might be able to reason with him.
Looks like we're gonna have to take care of Hollister first.
Now, you really don't think they'll ride out?
We'll know in 30 minutes. Even if they don't, it's not your job to see that they...
Oh, Frank, darling. I was so worried about you.
I'm all right, Doris. Nothing happened.
Oh, Sheriff. Thank you.
Now, why don't you two go on along, huh?
It's my fight. Just give me the word.
Not in Tombstone, Frank. Haven't you got wedding plans to discuss?
You get back to the restaurant.
Oh,
I'll be right along. Go ahead. What's wrong with my backing your play?
This is a job for the law. We'll take care of it. And I don't want civilians mixing in a shootout.
The odds are still 4-2, Sheriff.
They usually are. The sun's setting fast. Yeah.
Looks like there's one Markham less. Somebody at the corner.
How is it, Slim?
Clean through. I stopped worse. He's gonna be all right.
What made young Markham go for him?
He just happened to be behind me. That bullet had my initials on it. How is the kid?
I sent for the coroner.
It's 3 against 1 now, Hollister.
Laredo.
Slip's dead.
Slip? What happened?
That lawman.
Let's get him. And I don't care how, but let's get him.
No. He'll come to us now. Be better this way.
Kill little Slip. Dirty?
Sandy, now you get your rifle and get up on a roof somewhere. We'll take care of Leslie later.
I'll be all right. Thanks.
deputized me, Sheriff. They want to be sent back to Yuma for killing another man.
You're deputized.
He's coming, Laredo, and he's not alone.
Harris, go on back. I need somebody to print the epitaphs. Watch yourself. There's just 2 of them on the street. Keep your eyes on Laredo. He'll move first.
Got a feeling someone else has got their eyes on us.
Yeah. Right on our backs. What is it?
Your deputy just got Sandy.
Well, I told him to go get his shoulder patched up. How do you like the odds now, Laredo? It's 2 against 2. Here's your big chance, Laredo. To be famous or dead. All right, Laredo. Drop your gun.
All right. You come and get him.
Frank, come and talk.
Oh, boy, they give up hard.
How is it?
You know, didn't hit the bone. I guess I can walk on it. The thing that bothers me, Harris, that back shooter's the only one left alive.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.